take your practice to the next level with our Boho Beautiful official app, your #1 stop for an entire exclusive library of yoga, fitness, Pilates, guided meditations, and so much more. Download it today in the App Store.
Welcome to Joshua Tree, USA. Today we have a 20-minute morning yoga flow for balance and power. This practice was designed to help you start your day feeling strong, centered, and grounded. Over the next 20 minutes, we'll move through a series of yoga poses that will challenge your balance and help you tap into your inner strength. As we move through each pose, focus on your breath, connecting each inhale and exhale to your movements. The breath will be the string that guides us through this entire sequence. Remember that this practice is about you, so listen to your body and only take each pose to exactly where your body is asking. And most importantly of all, don't forget to work hard and have fun. Grab your mat and some water, and let's begin.
When you join the Boho Beautiful official app, you get immediate access to thousands of hours of content, tons of exclusive member-only videos, all completely ad-free. Plus, take part in monthly community initiatives, calendars, and live streams, and the Community Karma Project. It's time to feel great from the inside out. Download it today in the App Store.
Welcome, friends. Let's begin on our knees in Hero, the center of our mat, grounding in, closing our eyes, and coming to our breath, just for a second to begin today's practice. Placing your fingertips on the mat, either side of your body, close your eyes and let's take a deep inhale, filling up our lungs all the way full, and then mindfully release the air back out. Wonderful. And let's inhale again, raising our hands up towards the sky above our heads, bringing our palms together, holding here for a moment, dropping our head back and stretching, reaching, opening up those shoulders and the upper back, reaching as high as you can, and then slowly dropping the palms of your hands down to heart, lowering your chin, keeping your eyes closed, and just taking a second here to thank yourself for showing up today here on your mat for this beautiful morning flow. Take a note at how you feel. We'll come back to it at the end as this journey is about to begin. On your next inhale, a big reach up towards the sky, palms together, and drop that right arm down to the mat. Holding the left straight and reaching across to the bottom of your mat with your palm flat, feeling the stretch from your psoas all the way up to your armpit. To deepen the stretch, imagine you're opening that armpit and pushing it up towards the ceiling or the sky above you, and sink, reaching just a little bit deeper at the same time with that hand overhead. Breathing. And on your next exhale, let's come back to center, hands together above your head, and take it to the other side, dropping that left hand down to mat, touching with your fingers or your palm if you can, and stretching with that arm over your head to the top of the mat now. Feeling the side body come alive as you breathe into the stretch. With each exhale, try to sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, filling the lungs, and exhale, sinking down into the stretch. On your next exhale, release the stretch and bring your palms back together overhead, and mindfully bring those palms down to heart, to where we began. All right, with the intention set, let's bring our palms down onto the mat, tucking our toes, and find our way into bear stance by lifting our knees about an inch or two off the mat, engaging the core, and holding here, feeling the core, the shoulders, the arms, the glutes, the hamstrings all come alive from such a simple asana. holding here just for a moment as your whole body comes alive. If you'd like to take it a little bit further, let's try some shoulder taps, lifting that left arm, touching the right shoulder, then right arm touching the left. Left arm to right, and right arm to left. That's 2. Left arm touch, and right arm touch, drop. Left arm touch, and right arm touch, drop. All right, last one. And right arm touch. There you go. Beautiful. Dropping your knees back to the mat, you can let go of your toes. Let's sink back into child's pose. Mindfully here, bringing your forehead as close to the mat as possible, reaching with your fingertips towards the top, opening up those shoulders, giving the back a little bit more circulation and love, and come back to your breath here. Child's pose is such a magnificent asana because it activates so much of the body with such a simple, gravity-based pose. Come back to your breath, breathing in and exhaling back out. All right, on your next exhale, let's tuck our toes and lift ourselves up into downward facing dog. Keeping your elbows straight, your fingers spread out and pointing forward, bringing your chest down towards the earth. You can micro bend the legs if it feels better, or straighten them. Add a little bit of pressure, dropping those heels down towards the earth. If you play with micro adjustments, putting pressure and weight in different places on the mat, you'll feel what your body needs from its signals. Answer those calls, find what it's asking for, and sink into each new breath. On your next exhale, lift your right foot off the mat and tuck it around the back of the left ankle, putting more weight onto that left foot, sinking the ankle deeper towards the earth, feeling your calf muscle protest maybe. It's coming alive. There's so much in there that all of us need to release, and this basic, simple adjustment in such an easy asana is so effective. On your next exhale, take it to the other ankle. Left foot around right, sinking deeper with each breath. Wonderful. All right, on your next exhale, come back to basic downward facing dog, releasing that left foot from around the ankle. Let's add some motion, dropping the knees towards the mat but not touching, and lift back up into downward. Exhale, dropping the knees. Inhale, straightening. Exhale, dropping, and inhale, back up. Connecting motion and breath together, finding the rhythm. One more drop down, exhale, and inhale, straighten back up. Wonderful. Let's take a variation here on your next exhale. Mindfully come into plank, and inhale, back up to downward facing dog. That's 1. And exhaling slowly and mindfully into plank. Exhale, that's 2. Beautiful. Into plank, exhale, and inhale, downward facing dog. Couple more. Exhale, plank. Inhale, downward facing dog. Last one here. Exhale, plank. Inhale, downward facing dog. We're going to try another variation here where we bend the knees, pull your chest across the mat into plank, finding our way to upward facing dog, then tricep exercise, dipping towards the earth and coming back up to swing back into downward. Bend the knees, swoop the chest, coming up to plank, upward facing dog, tricep bow, and back up, and swing back to downward facing dog. That's 2. Drop the knees, exhale, swoop across the mat, plank position, inhale, upward facing dog, exhale, dropping the forehead down to earth, inhale, upward facing dog again, and exhale, downward facing dog. Drop the knees, swoop across, plank position, holding, upward facing dog, inhale, dip the forehead down, coming back up, upward facing dog, and downward dog. Last one, drop the knees, bring the body across into plank. Upward facing dog, inhale, pushing down with your palms into the earth as you dip your forehead down to the mat and come back up to upward. And great, back into downward dog. It's a good cycle. Let's walk out our dog here by bending the knees, dropping the hips, finding what your body's responding to and focus on releasing that as you mindfully breathe in and out. Wonderful. Now on your next inhale, jump or hop to the front of your mat. Find your way into forward fold. Grabbing your opposite elbows with each hand. Add a little bit of motion here. Just letting gravity do the work as you rotate back and forth. Just as a rag doll might. Swaying in the breeze. Connecting back to your breath. Checking in with yourself here. Alright, let's take a variation here. Still in forward fold, drop your hands or fingers down towards the mat. We're going to bend the knees, bring our hips down towards the earth, and then straighten again. Exhale, bend the knees, bringing the hips down. Inhale, straighten, feeling each straightening, deepening the stretch just a little bit more. Finding what feels good for you right here with the bend and the straighten. Exhale, bend, and inhale, straighten. Excellent job. Let's exhale and stand back, upwards, opening up that chest and those palms to the bottom of your mat, raising your chin just slightly. We're in Samastiti here, mountain pose. Tuck your pelvis in, push that chest out, consciously breathing in and out. Check in with your body awareness, comparing it to how you felt at the beginning, and knowing that we're about halfway through right now. Bring your palms to heart. Let's lift our right foot off the mat, bringing our knee up towards our chest, and wrap our fingers around the front, rotating our ankle in circles one way, then circles the other. If you want to activate the stretch a little more, you can pull tighter towards your chest and really feel it come alive. Now dropping your foot behind your back, grab it with both hands and hold just for a second. Check in with how it feels. If there's any pain, release a little bit, but if you feel like deepening the stretch, pull gently and mindfully upward and activate the glute, the tendons in the knee, and the entire hamstring. On your next exhale, holding on to that foot and ankle still, fold forward, pulling it up behind you. See if you can hold the balance here as you feel the glute really come alive. Then mindfully release the left hand, bringing it out in front of you, and find your way into dancer's pose. The trick to all balancing asanas is to use your drishti, your gaze, your vision as a balancing point to the earth. So focus on a spot in front of you and do not move your eyes. Connect to your breath and find the peace. To take it one step further in this sequence, mindfully let go of your leg and find your way into Warrior 3, a heartfelt variation with your hands on chest, leg out behind you, drishti point staring in front, bottom of your mat, acting as your second anchor point to the earth. Breathing here, holding the balance. Wonderful. Let's mindfully come back up to standing, planting that right foot back on the earth. Let's take it to the other side. Left foot up, wrapping your fingers around the front of your knee and rotating the ankle in both directions. First to the right in little circles, and then to the left. Alright, to take it to the next step, just like the other side, bring that ankle and foot behind you, keeping the knee pointed down towards the earth if you can, so your hips are straight. To add a little bit more activation, you can pull gently upwards, feeling that glute protest as well. We're putting our body through a lot here this morning, but it's going to thank us in the end as we fold forward. You can keep the active pull on that leg if you want. Feel the hip, the psoas, the glute, it's all activating. And then when you're ready to take it to the next step, let go of that right hand and bring it out forward. into dancer's pose once again. Remember, the visual point of connection to whatever you choose, that's your anchor. Come to your breath. Fill up the lungs. Exhale everything that no longer serves you out. As you let go of that leg, find your way into Warrior 3, hands over heart, and reconnect to your breath here, trying your best to find the peace in such an advanced balance. Beautiful. All right, on your next exhale, slowly and mindfully find your way back to standing, placing your left foot back on the mat, and with a deep inhale, bring your hands above head, palms together, holding there for a second. Let's spread our legs just to the edges of our mat, feet planted on the earth, and exhale, drop into Malasana squat, bringing your hips down towards the earth, placing your elbows on the insides of your knees, and doing your best to straighten your back and act as if there is a string pulling the top of your head up towards the ceiling above. Connecting to your breath once again. It's a very difficult pose to find peace in for some people, but close your eyes and just breathe. Everything you need is right there with you. On your next exhale, let's drop our hands down to the mat, raising our hips back up and step with the right foot to the back and reach with the left arm up, twisting towards the sky, bringing your gaze to your fingertips in this twisted lunge. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale consciously. Close your eyes as you inhale once again. All right. Bringing both hands onto the mat, let's drop the right knee, flatten the foot, and make our way into lizard, giving a little bit of motion here, rocking back and forth, before, if you can, dropping down onto your forearms and rolling that left foot onto its side. Coming into your breath, once again, the common thread of this entire practice. If it's too hard to be on your forearms, it's perfectly fine. Come back up to your hands. But find what feels right. I love playing with little micro adjustments in lizard and seeing how my body reacts to different weight pressures at different points of each contact touching the mat. You can learn so much that way. All right, on your next exhale, come back up into lunge, pivot that right foot towards the back of the room, and find your way in to wide-legged forward fold. You can bend the elbows slightly, keep them straight. You can drop your head down towards the earth. You can micro-bend the knees, whatever works for you in this wide-legged fold. It's your practice, so listen to your body. Let it be the true instructor, as I am just the guide. Wonderful. And let's take it to the opposite side, to the twisted lunge, left hand planted, right hand reach, gaze up towards the fingertips. Beautiful. Remember to come back to your breath. Remember to listen to your body. Sink into the asana. Sink into the stillness. All right, on your next exhale, let's bring that hand back down to the mat. On the inside of your foot, drop the left knee, the left foot. Rock back and forth just slightly, giving a little bit of motion and movement, seeing how your body feels. Before, if you can, you drop down onto your forearms, bringing your forehead down towards the mat in this beautiful lizard asana. Excellent. All right, on your next exhale, bring yourself back onto your hands, tuck your toes, lift the knee, and pivot the foot so that you can easily swing yourself back into the wide-legged forward fold. Just like the first time, play with this asana and slight micro adjustments to find what works for you. Connect to your breath and sink deeper. Beautiful. All right, on your next exhale, let's pivot again and find our way back to the front of our mat with a big step and go into cosmic egg. Coming onto our toes, wrapping our arms around our knee, tucking our chin down towards the earth. It's a balancing asana, so if you close your eyes, it makes it more difficult, or you can keep them open and just squeeze as much as your body's asking for. The more you squeeze, the more it activates. Beautiful. All right, let's lower ourselves down to the center of our mat seated and roll backwards towards our final asana of the class, Shavasana. Close your eyes here, scan your body. Take note of anywhere you're still holding tension or active at all. Your fingertips, your toes. Let your legs relax fully and fall whichever direction they might. Check your eyes or your lips or your tongue. Usually we hold something there when we begin Shavasana, but once we let go of it, we find full, pure relaxation. Connect to that breath. Come back to that which guides us through to everything we need. And imagine with each exhale, all that's left that no longer serves you is departing your entire being. With a deep inhale, bringing in all the prana, all the light, and all the love, and exhaling everything else out. All right, coming back to ourselves here. Wiggle your fingers, rotate your ankles, bring motion back in, and let's come to finish together this beautiful practice. Rolling onto your side, to fetal position for a moment, lift yourself with compassion back to where we began this entire journey, kneeling or seated cross-legged on the front of our mat, hands on lap, eyes closed. And let's take a deep breath in, lifting our hands above our head, bringing our palms together one last time. And exhale, hands dropping back down to your hearts. And take this moment to say thank you to yourself, to give yourself gratitude and love for taking the moment today, this last 20 minutes, to invest in yourself, in your well-being, and reconnecting your mind and body in this beautiful alignment. Thank you for being with me here today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Namaste.
Something that we can do, because I feel like sometimes when people fall into those dark holes, it's so easy to feel helpless and just to victimize yourself, and be like, okay, I'm just gonna
stay here. But it's like, no, you always do have the control.
Yeah.
It's just, it's in the mind. It's like to shift your brain slightly, or to do something physical, or to just like get the energy out, like scream, even like scream into the pillow, like whatever it is, right? Just to get that energy moving. It's so important.
The dark night of the soul, or those dark moments, are an opportunity to make a choice, right?
Yeah.
And that's like
To move towards the light.
in those moments in my life, and I know in yours, like they've been the moments where we've defined the rest of our lives, because we've chosen to get up and to do something, and to see it as that opportunity, and that to have that decision, as hard as it might be, it's become some of the most pivotal choices we've ever made.
Yeah.
It's really interesting, eh?
Yeah, and it's amazing that you're just kind of moving with that energy and really opening yourself up to, what the future will bring your way. But what does the future for Aubrey Marcus look like?
It's a matter of listening. I mean, I think the world is evolving, and if you're actually really listening, then the needs of the world shift in real time, and also in accord to what you're actually able to provide.